Hey hackers, welcome to AzefoxInnovations new video. In this video, we are going to solve another CTF challenge from TryHackMe known as RootMe. RootMe is a beginner level Linux based boot root type of CTF challenge where you need to start from some basic enumeration, then you will actually go through a file upload functionality. You need to find you need to bypass some sort of defenses with that. Then you will actually catch a reversal. Then you need to assert your privilege using a SUID binary, right? So that's what the agenda of this machine. So we'll directly get started. So this is the IP of the target machine. Let me copy this. We'll go to my Kali machine, and here my TryHackMe VPN is running. So let me start with the basic nmap scanning, the port scanning part as usual, nmap-a and the target address. So as you people know that -a here stands for aggressive scan. Generally, it combines OS detection, service version detection, and also script scanning detection. Okay. As I already scanned as I already done the port scanning part priorly, I already have the results with me. So we'll just cancel this as of now. Cat nmap.txt, and these are all the open ports for this machine. We have the port 22 open, of course, for SSH. Of course, for SSH you need valid credentials, valid username and password, and we have the other port open on port 80, right? So which is again like a normal site, I would say. So we'll just inspect this site. We'll perform our enumeration over here. We'll start our enumeration from here. So this site says it's a root me. I guess it's a static site, by the way. Can you root me? Okay. Let me view the page source for any sort of hints. And yeah, nothing interesting here. We'll again go for the robots.txt here. Robots.txt. Is there anything useful? No, it is not found. Okay. So yeah. Now, without wasting your time, we will directly get into the part of directory brute forcing. Directory brute forcing is a technique that's been used to uncover hidden directories from a particular website or a particular web server, right? So there are a plethora of tools available for this, but the one which I'm going to use here for this video is something called as GoBuster, which is of course a very well-known tool for performing directory brute forcing. So how directory brute forcing works? We will specify the target URL along with the word list. The tool will actually match each and every word from that word list. And like it will check based upon the status codes whether it is like working or not, or like whether it is reachable or not with the particular keyword. Like for example, if like my target directory is like a none, right? So the tool will like will start like go buster, then it will like scan like let's say we have the target address here, right? Let's say azefox.com, right? azefox.com, and of course here the directory will be there, right? So here it will try to request to this particular site along with this directory. If it exists, it will actually give the status code as 200, or it will actually print the particular status code of the particular directory, right? If not, then it will just ignore that. That's what the concept of how directory brute forcing works. Okay, so now we will get into the actual part. So we'll fire up our GoBuster dir for directory brute forcing, -u for our site, http, then our target address. Right, then we have the for W, for W, or like -w stands for word list. We're going to specify the word list, user share word list, the, then we have the common.txt, which is commonly used word list for directory brute forcing purposes. So yeah, I guess it might take some time, but as usual, I've already like performed the directory brute forcing priorly. So I already have the results, the brute forcing results. Let me just show the contents to you. And as you can see, we got many directories listed out here, right? But the one which stands out here is panel and uploads, right? So let me start with the panel part. We'll go here, we'll go to the panel, panel panel, and here you see we have select a file to upload. Like here we actually like we are walking through a file upload functionality, right? So generally, if you people are kind of experienced with web application pen testing, definitely you would have gone through scenarios like file upload or file upload vulnerabilities, right? We can try to put a malicious PHP file here, right? And once like it's been uploaded, we can directly visit the particular file, right? I guess mostly it will be stored in the uploads directory, as what we have seen in the directory brute forcing result. Well, and once upon submission, we'll just execute the script, and after that we'll try to catch a reversion. Okay, so now where we will get the particular PHP malicious PHP script. For that we have something called as pentest monkey. We can use pentest monkey PHP reversion. Yeah, so it actually has this particular site has a PHP reversion. It's like widely used for even pen testing purposes. So make sure you download this, right? And I have already downloaded the script here, and my script name is like hell. I have changed the name to hell instead of PHP, the actual file. So this is what the file contents is. What this file does, it will actually give us a reversion here. Okay, this is a PHP script or a PHP file. We need to execute this, in the web server. I will explain you how to do that, in few minutes. Okay, so here is what like the main thing is. Like here we need to change the configuration. Here you need to change the IP address to the attacker's IP address, right? In my case, it's my VPN IP address, and the port. On the port for in which we will actually open up a connection. Like we'll wait for the connection, right? So these are like the two main things, right? So first, let me upload this PHP script, and it's like Fox or YouTube, then RootMe, then we have the hell.php. Okay, let me just open this and let me try to upload this. And okay, after uploading this, we got some text, but it's in Portuguese. So let me copy this. Let me open my Google Translator here, Google Translator, and let me just enter the text here. Okay, it says PHP is not allowed. Okay, so here where the developers actually implemented something known as like here they actually implemented some sort of defenses known as blacklisting. So generally while uploading like while doing any sort of uploads in a website, like or let's say you have a file upload functionality, there are there are a lot of chances that the developer might have implemented something known as blacklist or blacklisting and whitelisting, right? So these are like two main differences while talking about file upload functionalities. So what this file blacklisting does, it will like blacklist a particular keyword. Let's say in our case, the PHP part, right? The PHP word is blacklisted, or this particular extension is blacklisted. Okay, so anything like it will what happens here, you will actually have a list of all the extensions or all the words, and it will search through that. The server will search through that, and if this particular keyword is present, it will directly black mark it, or like it will like directly blacklist it, and it will throw us an error like how it did here, like PHP file is not allowed. Okay, similarly we have whitelisting, which is like more sophisticated and more complex to bypass as what compared to blacklisting. Here what happens, like in whitelist you will allow only PHP, right? So like let's say if a particular gate is open and that gate is like only for the chief minister or only for any sort of VIP, then the particular VIP won't be able to comment, not anyone else, right? So they will allow only that particular person or somewhat like that. And this same scenario applies to here also, right? Where no, it will let's say we have PHP, it will allow only PHP files, not any other files. In case of blacklisting, if PHP is blacklisted, we can try any other alternative for PHP, like might be PHP 4 or PHP 5, or like might be PHP PHP 2 or PHTML, or we can even try some sort of authentication methods like PHP or like PHP, etc., right? So yeah, like that's what the main drawback of blacklisting. Like we can actually use the alternative parts, but while talking about whitelisting, there's no alternative. You need to come with a creative solution to bypass that particular whitelist filter. Okay. So now in like this for this room, the particular website is configured with blacklisting. Okay, so now how we are going to bypass this? As I said, we have many extensions here for PHP, right? I like tried like almost all the extensions, like whatever listed in, and like apart from this also I tried a bit like with some other extensions. The only one worked out, or the only one like which the website allowed, is the PHP 5, right? So what we're going to do here is we are going to change our particular hell.php extension to hell.php 5. Okay, and by doing that, the web server will accept our file and it will upload that to the server, right? So let me go here, and to change this, I've already changed the file like hell.php. To change the file, we can like use copy hell.php and then the name. Okay, so that's what it is. Now let me just upload our hell.php 5 file here. 5, yeah, just open this and upload, and as you can see, we actually got a green signal here. Okay, so let me just once again copy this. It's once again in Portugal, so let me just paste it here, and okay, yeah, the file has been uploaded successfully. That's the good news for us. Okay, so again, now where the file will be uploaded, as we saw in our directory brute forcing results, we have a folder, or we have a directory named as uploads, right? And as you can see, our hell.php is like located here. Now what we are going to do here, like I'm going to set my netcat listener here. Okay, and remember what port I mentioned at that malicious script, malicious PHP file. It's 4444. So I will just run this. Like now my netcat listener is running on this particular port. It will like it will like cache any sort of incoming connection to this particular port. Okay, so if I just click this, I got a reversion. Yeah, so let me just bring up an interactive shell, and we are now as the user www.data. Okay, so here the user part ends. Now we need to perform a privilege escalation. Okay, so for privilege escalation, we can actually find any sort of like kernel exploits or any sort of other things, either manually, or we can also do that using automated scripts. We have like many automated tools like linpace, Linux exploit suggestions, etc. But they are all automated scripts, and I will make another video on automated privilege escalation tools in one of the upcoming videos, right? But for this room, we are mostly going to focus on the SUID bit, or the SUID binary part, right? So now let's talk about like what is SUID, right? So SUID stands for set user ID. It's actually a special file permission in Linux. So normally, when you run a program, it executes with your user's permissions, right? But if a program has the SUID bit set, it runs with the owner's permissions, instead of yours. Let's say like you have a file named as nano.sh. Okay, nano.sh. Okay, and if this particular file has SUID bit set of the root user, then once you as a normal user run this particular binary, it will run in the context of root user, meaning you will actually escalate your privilege like while running this file. Okay, so that's what the main advantage of SUID binaries from an attacker's perspective. Okay, so now how we are going to find the SUID set SUID bit set binaries throughout the system? For that, we have a command here. Okay, find root that's right, user. Then we have root perm for permission. Then we have 4000. The 4000 here stands for SUID, right? The SUID bit set. It's like in numerical we have we would say 4000, right? Dev null. Now what this particular command is will explain you. Okay, so the find command, the find and the slash, this will state like search the whole file system, starting from the root of all the file system. Okay, then of course we have the user, like look for sorry so yeah look for yeah so look for the files owned by the root user. Then we have the permission of 4000, like looks for file with the SUID bit set, right? So 4000 here stands for the SUID permission. Okay, so and the two, this will actually what it does, once the command is run, there will be a lot of error messages, and this particular this particular part of the command will actually transfer, or it will actually send our error messages to this particular directory. So that would be like it's like better used for a clean and a neat output, right? So yeah. And so yeah, this command, like, it finds all the root owned SUID binaries, by the way. Okay. So now we have many binaries here listed out for SUID. SUID, like all these particular files are like with SUID bit set. Okay. Now for escalation, I am going to use the Python 2.7 binary. Okay. Now how we are going to abuse this? That's what the main concept is. For that, I have a site here named as GTFO bins, right? So GTFO bins, I've already explained, in one of the older video about this. It's actually kind of a curated list or a database of like all Unix binaries that can be used to like kind of perform privilege escalation, right? So as you can see, it contains a list. It's like almost a database. So you will find like all the commands, all the tools that can actually use for privilege escalation purposes, right? So in our case, we'll mostly focus on the Python part here. And as you can see, once you type Python, you'll be able to see the binary Python and like all the other things that we can do with this file for this binary for our escalation purposes. And as this particular Python binary has the SUID bit set, we'll click on the SUID part, and here is what the command we need to escalate our privileges. Okay, so yeah, let me copy this, and okay, so the path of the binary is user bin, and let me just paste it, right? And if I run this, okay, and if I click who am I'm root. Okay, so what this command is, by the way, as what I said, like the Python is like configured with SUID bit set, with the root user's permission, right? So if like any user run this Python command, he will be running this Python in with the privileges or with the permissions of the root user, right? So now what I'm doing here, I'm actually spawning a shell, using the Python. Of course, you people who have experience with Python, they know like how to spawn a shell, right? Using Python, using the OS library, right? So I actually executed this particular command, which actually spawned me a shell, with the context of the root user, right? So yeah, if I go to root directory, I'll be able to get the root.txt, right? The final flag for this particular challenge. Okay. So yeah, guys, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, right? So make sure you follow and subscribe to AzefoxInnovations Innovations for more informative videos, right? So we'll catch you all in another new video. Till that, bye.